What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Nicole. Thank you for connecting to Divine Star Energy. And on today's video, we're going to be talking about rising signs. So what is a rising sign? A rising sign represents the zodiac sign that was rising over the eastern horizon at the time of your birth. It represents the start of your astrological birth chart. It represents how you adapt to your environment. This sign represents your core energy and the foundation of your personality. It represents your physical appearance and how you come off to other people when they see you for the first time. It's your public persona or your aura. So as a Virgo rising, you are a mutable earth sign that's ruled by the planet of Mercury. And the symbol that represents Virgo is the Virgin, representing the purity. So as a Virgo rising, you come off as a person who has their self together. Whether that's the real deal or not, that's what you reflect. That's how that's the image you uphold, is that your life is perfect. So you might, experience people who tell you like, oh, you think you're perfect or you think you're all that. And it's not really that you think that, because you don't think that. They think that about you. You could lose 5 pounds and you're going to be so critical of yourself. You're going to say, well, it should have been 10. You could be the second runner up winning, a pageant or something. You're going to say, well, I wasn't first, so it doesn't even count. It doesn't even matter. It's like you discredit yourself. You criticize yourself more than anything. And that's why you're critical of other people too, because you sometimes project that energy onto other people. And that's why you have this need to control most of, if not everything around you, so that you can feel a sense of peace. Like if Virgo has clutter and things are disorganized around them, then Virgo gets very irritated. Virgo gets very, they can go in depression. They can go into a depression if it's not structure around them, if they don't know what's going to happen next, if they're not able to plan things out. But don't get it twisted. Virgo is very service oriented. They love helping other people, but not like a nurturer like Cancer energy or like Pisces energy, being an empath and feeling what you feel. They like doing practical shit to help you out. So if you need a ride to work, you hit up the Virgo rising. If you need, to borrow some money, as long as you're giving it back, you hit up the Virgo rising. They like to do practical things to help you out. So in your house of communication, you have Scorpio. This is your house of siblings and neighborhood as well. So with Scorpio energy here, you could have went through some power and control issues with your siblings or in your neighborhood. But this also makes you a very great writer. So you have to tap into, the positive side of that energy. And in your 4th house, you have Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a natural ruler of the 9th house of education and higher learning and philosophies and belief systems. And this is coming into your 4th house. So within your home and your upbringing, education was very important. Some type of belief system was probably instilled in you, to think a certain way. Or you probably had a parent who was, either an educator or someone of high status. Like it was high status in the family. Maybe they had a PhD, maybe they were a lawyer. I don't know, but, it's a upbringing where maybe religion or higher learning was our top priority. So your 5th house is ruled by Capricorn, and Capricorn is ruled by the planet Saturn. Saturn is all about things taking time to develop. Saturn is all about restriction and discipline. Your 5th house is all about fun. It's all about things that, make you feel inspired. It's all about your creativity. It's all about your actual creations. So, you can have children and be really disciplined over your kids. Or, you could have a certain image you want your kids to withhold. Or with Saturn here, you could choose to have children later after you develop yourself and develop your career and after you have your fun and finish casually dating and get into a marriage. And that's where we go into your 7th house of Pisces and what you need in a marriage. So with your 7th house being Pisces, you need a partner to remind you to have faith. in the unseen realm, and to have faith in things that you can't control and things that you can't put in order to, or you can't rationalize or practicalize. So your 10th house of career and public reputation, you have Gemini. And Gemini is the symbol of the twins. So it's that duality. You could have, a main job or main career and do your side hustle. You could work at Amazon Prime and you could be a musician or a hairdresser or, whatever it is. So it just represents you doing two things at one time. And you might not always do that, but you might just have to start out that way. So your 12th house of your subconscious mind, of your undoing, is showing you areas that you might not feel that clear about. It's showing you the energy that you might not directly be able to connect to because it's your subconscious mind. So as a Virgo rising, it's like you portray yourself and you keep up this image of being this perfectionist. But deep down, it's like you have the energy of Leo there. So it's like you doubt your ability to be a leader. You doubt your ability to be as perfect as everyone keep telling you that you are. That's why you don't feel like you connect to it, because you don't connect to your heart like you used to with your 5th house being in Capricorn. You weren't able to develop your sense of self-esteem. You weren't able to develop your self-identity by experiencing, a childhood where you didn't have to grow up too fast. With Capricorn on the 5th house, you had to grow up fast. You had to be disciplined. You had to, go to school. You had to focus on your grades. You had to make sure you reached a higher status even as a child with Capricorn in the 5th house. So you might tend to be, strict on your children as well. So that's why you have to watch out for that, because the 5th house rules your creativity and your ability to express yourself. You can feel with Leo falling in your 12th house, like you don't connect to the true identity of who you are because you weren't able to fully develop that in your 5th house in your childhood, because you were forced to be an adult at a young age. You were a young baby adult who had to get shit done, who had to make good grades, who had to strive to have a career, who had to focus on, whatever belief system was instilled in them. They had no choice. They were a child. So now, you have to really tap into your subconscious mind and pull out your sense of imagination and sense of self-fulfillment. You have to find what your heart loves and connect back to that. And then that's how you get your self-esteem back. That's how you get, the feeling of you're fine. Even if you're not perfect, you're good either way. So tap into your Leo energy, tap into your creativity, tap into your child expression of self, because that's how you set yourself free. That's how you undo, the madness of Virgo rising. But if you like this video, hit the like button. And if you want to see more videos, subscribe. Duh.